I was asked to give a short reflection on the extraordinary form of the Mass, and I certainly don't feel like I'm an expert at this. I still feel new to it. It's been a year or so since I've celebrated it, and I'm sorry to say I still don't have everything memorized. I don't perfectly understand it. But no, I am a very spiritual man. I'm an introvert. I love contemplation. And while contemplation, an encounter with God, can happen at any Mass, I find there is something different about the extraordinary form when it comes to that. There is dedicated silence. There's an otherworldliness of the language, of the music, of the prayers. There is some perfect recipe there for contemplation, I think. Because I found, at least in myself, that the moment it begins, God kind of scoops me up out of my modern life, and he takes me into another world. It's strange to me too, because there are so many things to know and so much to remember as the priest. A language to pronounce correctly, chants to know by heart, timing of everything. It's very overwhelming sometimes. And though I'm getting more comfortable, I still find I go through the whole thing before Mass begins to make sure I remember everything I'm supposed to do. It's overwhelming, and yet despite all the things to remember and all the things that I have to do, I still find I'm transported to another world, and I'm brought into a deep contemplation. So I think if this message is meant for those who either haven't been to one before or who struggle with it, if you have a spouse that likes to go or a son that likes to serve, for some reason you go but you just don't get much out of it, I would say remember the difference between action and contemplation. They're both good things, but remember the beauty of quiet within your soul. Remember the beauty of contemplation and what God can do there. You can't always go there, because in a way it's kind of a gift. God gives you a grace to quiet your mind, to transfix your gaze upon him. It doesn't always happen. But when it does, boy, is it beautiful. And the extraordinary form, I think because it's such another world, it assists God in giving that grace. So I guess I would just say, ask God for that grace. Ask him to give you a gift. Ask him to communicate to your soul in the silence of the canon, the beauty of the language or the music. Ask him to help quiet your soul. Ask him for that gift.